Hello, and welcome back to While We Wait Here. And I know you may be wondering what I mean when I say welcome back, because I already finished the game twice. But I'm jumping back into it again, not because I want to play it again, but because the ending kept nagging me. The fact that William and his wife, or William and Mandy, were the only characters I got to see have their situations resolved. And I'm pretty sure I said during my second playthrough that it was interesting to me that the characters reacted a certain way to me contradicting whatever I said to them the first time in terms of the advice I was giving, because it made me feel like there would then be another option if I was actually consistent with my advice. But I said that I was absolutely not going to play this game again to find that out. Well, I lied because it was bothering me so much. I said, you know what? I'm going to jump back in and I am going to see if anything changes if I am consistent. So to save time, because I've already played through this twice, this time I'm not going to talk over it at all. I'm just going to show whatever the dialogue options are that are new. And then whatever I come up with this time, I'll talk about it at the very end. But I will say that if what I think is true, I'm going to have to walk back what I said about liking the pacing of the game. Because it means that in order to see everything that the game has to offer and really flesh out the entire story, you have to play this game way too many times. At least for me, if I'm going to have a little indie game that's going to want me to play through to see multiple endings, etc., that game has to be under an hour, preferably between 30 and 45 minutes. And I feel like this game took me 2 hours to play through, and there are a lot of sections that you cannot skip for the purpose of replaying just to see other options, like the cooking segments. They don't have chapter select. So again, just if what I think is actually what's happening here is what's happening here, I appreciate the extra effort, but I also feel like the game then should have been a lot tighter than it was, and there should have been a lot less of the serving than there was. But we'll find out now, and I'll go ahead and put chapter markers so you can see whatever we're gonna see.
Are you sure you didn't hit your head, boy?
Yes. Go ahead and laugh at me.
You know, Hank, as much as I admire your passion, I think you could use a vacation.
Well, lately I've started feeling like I need to take a break. Maybe I'm too old for this job.
It could have happened to you too, Hank. Nope. You seem confused. I think you're making it all up. There is no impending alien attack to defend us from.
So, nobody? Not a single one of you believe me. I'm just like my mama, but this is my purpose. Otherwise, what good am I? I'd be a good-for-nothing.
The world doesn't need saving, Eddie. Start by taking care of yourself and your mother. In time, you will be able to find another passion.
Maybe you are right. I am so sorry. I should make an effort to go see Dr. Stevens.
Things can get better. Me too, with my husband. Well, we also had some hard times. But we always found a solution together. You don't have to do that anymore. Those days are over now, Hank. Take time for yourself.
You think? But my job.
Hank, come on. Leave the farm behind.
Maybe by talking to you, I'm beginning to see all this differently. I guess I do deserve some rest after all. It's been a tiring life.
What a mess. Want some advice? Think about it. You've got responsibilities. Also, you surely wouldn't want to hurt your wife.
Mandy. She won't take it well.
I know Mandy. She won't blame you for doing the right thing.
Yes, she will understand. We both know what we did was wrong. Until now, I hadn't been able to talk to anyone about it. I have to put my daughter and family first. Thank you for listening to me.
This is a really fucked up situation. It's better to keep this between us.
Finally, someone who is thinking straight. We will find a way to erase everything that's happened. Thank you for listening to us. Are we doing the right thing?
You are gone now. have to accept that. Cliff, I was able to help these people.
Wait, what?
Now I know what is best for me.
Oh. Leave? Okay. Whoa. Cool. Is this my car? Oh, maybe it's this one. Because that's the same one that he was trying to save her in before? Well, I didn't expect that.
So, you're finally leaving.
Yes. And you will not come with me. What sense does it make to continue to wait for something that will never return?
Interesting. Oh, do I drive? Or is she just... Oh, no. Okay. Ah. Ah. Oh. When she said this asshole, she actually meant this asshole, as in it was the dude from the diner. Oh, that's cool. All right, so my suspicions were confirmed. So basically, like I said, when I saw that the only person that I got to see at the end was William, that's when I was like, maybe it is about the advice I'm giving these people, and maybe I should be consistent with what I say to them both the first and second time. So that's what I did here with Hank. Both of the tips that I gave him were basically saying, hey, maybe you should take it easy. So he got the good ending, I guess, where he ended up on a ship, which means that, I guess if you said the opposite, would it be a bad ending? Like if you said to him both times, hey, you should focus on your work. I don't know if that'll be considered a bad ending, but I imagine that that's what the other ending would be for him. We've already seen both with William because, like I said, I just happened to be consistent with him in both of my playthroughs. So we saw what happens when I tell him to stay with his wife, and then we saw what happens when I was like, hey, go chase Mandy and her boobies. Then we had Eddie, and I told him, hey, whatever you're talking about is nonsense. So he ended up giving up all the conspiracy theory shit. So that was nice. So now I'm guessing if I went the other direction and I was like, yeah, I believe you, and also you're going to be a hero, I guess he would sink farther into that. But again, would that be the bad ending? I mean, to me it would, but I don't know if it would be depicted that way or not. And finally, with the girls, I told them that they should hide the fact that they killed someone. And you get to have this wonderful reveal that the someone they killed was the asshole from the diner. So I'm assuming that if you say, no, you guys are wrong, and also you should tell, they're going to be, I don't know, either in prison or just like with the cops. So that's probably what the other one is. I'm not playing this again to see the other ones play out. If you really want to see what's going to happen, go look it up on somebody else's channel. But so that's really cool. But again, like I said, it does mean that I'm going to dock points for this being as long as it was, for them to want us to play the game this many times to see this many variations. Because now you have the fact that because I helped everyone, Nora was able to move on. That means that there would still be like another combination where, again, you could be Nora and fuck up everybody's life. And I don't know if she would say something different there. Or you could be Cliff and you can save everybody and then see what he says. Or you can fuck up everybody's life and see what he says. So there's just a lot of combinations here. And again, I feel like if you were going to do that, the game could have been like 30 minutes. But I'm still very happy that I played through this one final time because it confirms some of my suspicions where I guess maybe after the second playthrough, where I think I said that this wasn't necessarily about Nora and Cliff's relationship, but that they were the epicenter for these other people and what was going on in their lives. And so I guess the whole point of the game was actually just to resolve those conflicts, and in doing so, resolve what they were not able to walk away from, which was this diner that again kind of represented for all of them the metaphorical end of the world because of a life-altering event or trauma that they experienced. And I really like the execution of that in terms of the story. I think that despite me complaining now about the fact that you do have to play it through more than once to gain this new context in order to reframe the entire narrative and the point of the, stories and the side characters and the diner, etc. in your mind, I definitely give points back to the developer for them writing this in such a good way that you do uncover more layers as you go. That it's not just, you're playing it over and over again to see other things happen, but that each time you play it, it deepens your understanding of what the game means. And I really appreciate that. So again, I am glad that I've played it through 3 times now. And I will be equally glad to not look at this game again. But good job to the developer, and thank you to everybody who watched my full playthrough of the game and then also who, watched this. Let me know your thoughts about the game, and I'll be back very soon with something new.